welcome back to my YouTube channel. I thought that today I would talk to you about all the things that I feel like we do so very well in the UK in the summer, and the things that I would be doing or that I have done this year and thoroughly enjoyed, and I always try and do every year. I think the first thing that I enjoy most about the summer in the UK are the gorgeous parks, especially, I live in London, and so I really appreciate the green areas that we have here coming from Wales. It was always the one thing that I missed when I moved to the city. And so we have, several big, beautiful parks, my favourite being Richmond. You'll often see me sort of running, doing my exercise in the outdoors rather than in a gym, because I just think they're such gorgeous places. Probably like first on my list would be going to somewhere like Royal Ascot. I'm very old-fashioned in that I think it's so nice to have an opportunity for girls to dress up and wear a hat. We don't get that many opportunities anymore. And to see men who have to, they have to wear the full outfit, the morning suit and the top hat, and it just feels like a bit of a throwback. And I always really enjoy seeing how the girls are dressed, seeing the fashions, and really having a day where I just don't think that we have anything like that elsewhere in the world. I know that other countries do horse racing, but it's not so often that a dress code is enforced in such a way, and it's always the best fun. I didn't win much money this time. I think, in fact, I lost. But still, it's really good fun, and the sandwiches and the cakes are the best bit. Wimbledon is a huge one for me. I sang at the opening of the roof on Centre Court a few years ago, and as a result, I kindly get invited, and I always appreciate the invitation to go and watch some tennis. Now, my family are massive tennis fans. They go on tennis holidays and they play regularly. I don't seem to have that much time to be as into it as they are, but I definitely enjoy going to Wimbledon. I think it's one of the things that we do really, really well. It's so quintessentially British. You go there, you've got your strawberries and cream, you've got your Pimm's, and people really dress up again to go to Wimbledon. I think there's an etiquette, and one thing that's very lovely about it is that all the people that patrol, oversee everything are from our armed forces. So you see all the lovely uniforms, and I guess it gives them a chance to also, have a nice 2 weeks of doing something different to the norm, and maybe sneaking in a bit of tennis as well. One of the other places I would highly recommend would be going to Henley. They have a regatta, which is definitely something that you should experience. But my favourite part is the Henley Festival. It's a floating stage that's on the river, and as you walk into it, there's a huge sort of art fair. You can have dinner there, and people really dress up just to attend the concert. So you've got sort of a stand that's, if you have a seat, you're looking at the stage, you're looking at the water, you've got little boats passing of other people who are sort of having picnics or an evening, and they're sort of cruising by to listen to the music. It's a really magical thing, and throughout the series they have things, from pop to folk to classical music, so there's usually something in the series for everybody. If you've never been to Glyndebourne, then I would thoroughly recommend that. It's an opera house that was built in the middle of the countryside, and so what happens is people drive there, they take a picnic, and they also get very dressed up, which is nice. And then depending on what's being shown, you would either have your picnic before and then go in and see an act, and then maybe come back out and have some more picnic and then go back in. It is like such a wonderful and special thing to be able to be seeing the best music in the world. You'll see like world-class performers, but then also to be sort of stepping outside and to be having to eat with your friends in a beautiful situation. It feels very sort of quintessentially British, and if you haven't been before, it's something that I would highly recommend to you. Obviously, we're coming towards the end of the summer now. I think what we do well here as well is all the summer festivals, things like Glastonbury, or usually just in a lot of the local parks or country estates will put on some kind of music. So I hope that you've been able to catch those. They're my favourite things, and I thoroughly enjoy getting to perform at those. But maybe take a note of the things I've said, and if there aren't any that you've done before, maybe book it in and try and fit them into next summer. I hope that's helped. I've loved talking to you today, and as always, I'm sending you lots of love.
Dreaming of the day